My name is Serena Kaveney, and I am a global development major. I went to Switzerland because I applied for an opportunity to work abroad as a backup for if I didn't get into university when I was getting ready to transfer. I spent my time in Switzerland as a nanny. I got to interact in the school environment, which really interested me in international education. I had the opportunity to work with children and to see a lot of the education industry, which led me to the path I'm on today for majoring in global development. One of the instances that was most significant for me was the fact that I was working with children who did not speak English. The children who I nannied, they spoke English, but I interacted with their friends a lot. I remember making crepes, because we'd make crepes every Monday when their friends would come over. We made crepes, and I read the entire ingredients list to make the crepes in French and understood it all. And then I went to explain to the girls what we were going to do that day, and they understood what I said. And then, because they're girls and they're having a lot of fun with their friends, they make sassy little comments. And I understood the sassy little comments that they made. That was one of many moments where I realized I actually feel like I've adapted to this new culture. I've adapted to utilizing this new language. And that feeling of like connection was what led me to global development. It led me to wanting to recreate that and to help others around the world be able to create those moments. Just being able to like sit with those girls and just like eat crepes with them and talk about their day at school. They knew I was an American. They knew that French was not my native tongue. They could tell by my accent. But they were so engaged, and I was so engaged in their story. And there are a lot of challenges with linguistic barriers, but I see so much beauty in being able to break down those barriers. And that's really why I'm interested in going into the education industry, is to like improving those opportunities for students around the world to have cross-cultural understanding, cross-cultural interactions, because we live in an increasingly globalized society. One of the things that surprised me most was the diversity of Europe. I got to see firsthand how local people thought of their own country, how local people thought of foreigners living in their country, how local people thought of immigrants coming into their country. And I got to see the positive and negatives of that, kind of understanding what their idea of national identity is, which really, really interested me. And I didn't think it would interest me going into it. I didn't think there was anything unique about that. So that was something that was surprising, seeing how diverse Europe is. I definitely want to go back to Switzerland. My goal is to retire in Switzerland and have chickens and some goats and make my own goat cheese in Switzerland when I'm a cool old woman.